6:30 on a Friday, headed to DP. Dolphins are up next. Might be able to get to his house as the Dolphins are making that second round selection. Got Tannehill yesterday, very fired up. Great time, great time.
I'm real happy with some of these choices.
No, Mitchell Schwartz is one of those guys, when you watch him Pac-10 football, he's a mauler.
Expect, but we think there's a very real possibility that the Dolphins go here as well.
I certainly expect it. Now that the tackle from Georgia is gone, I think the next best tackle on the board will be the tackle from Stanford. Smart kid, athletic kid. I think
zone blocking scheme, which means that you need very athletic guys. Guys are going to get up on the second level, get to their man. This plays into not only Reggie Bush's hands, it plays into Daniel Thomas's hand, because he's a downhill runner, and a guy who can actually get to the second level. He's going to be a dangerous guy. So this plays into the Miami Dolphins offensive strategy, and what a wonderful pick this was for this Miami Dolphin football team.
All right, so Jonathan Martin, rated by a lot of people as a first-round talent.
In the 2012 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Jonathan Martin, tackle, Stanford.
First-round talent, tremendous arm length, 34+ inches. I call him a little bit of a finesse player. Doesn't mean he's not tough or physical, but he's got good feet, understands angles. Consistency and toughness were kind of the questions from some of the scouts. I say finesse, meaning look at the feet, look at the punch with the hands. He understands the game. He was well coached at Stanford. There's the punch, the anchor, push him by the quarterback. This team, offensive line is so well coached. There's a quick set right there, not a problem. So I believe he's a starter. He can play on the left side or the right side. In Miami, Mark Colombo's no longer there. They've got some issues at both guard and tackle on the right side. He'll start year one.
Well, that means that the Jets have a choice between Jeffrey, Randall, or Hill.
Probably looks sad.
Yum. 72nd pick, Hurricane.
Oh, you got your DN. You got your DN. You called it.
Ever heard of him?
I have heard of him. He's
Olivier Vernon. Missed first 6 games, suspension. Oh, great.
Probably does a badass.
Wasn't able to play a full season, suspended, first 6 games, accepting the proper benefits, and he comes back, gets out on the field. You have to go back to
Well, that's what it's for.
When he was out there from the start to the finish, put up pretty good numbers as a pass rusher. 6'2.25", 262 rounds, good get out. Think about a takeoff. He has that. He's an explosiveness. He can finish. He's the kind of guy, had he played a full year in time, we talk about that. A lot of Ohio State guys did. He didn't. And if you would have had that opportunity, maybe he could have been an early to mid-second round pick. You're getting him now in the 3rd round. You're bringing him into the fold.
I like that.
Let's see what he can do.
We all look for a little bit of illegal benefits. I gamble.
I thought he was going to go in the 2nd round. I think this is a great pick.
There you go.
McShay chipping. Safety.
Well, if today is one day at a time,
It's a call. He's a player, bud.
I have heard of this guy, actually.
He's a player. You're going to like him.
Does TE stand for tight end?
Tight end. You got it.
I'm good. It's from my fantasy.
When the Colts, tight end.
What are you watching on the other team?
All right, so we're going to address Russell Wilson a little more. It's a young man who has all the measurables, 6'5" and change, 252 pounds. He can run. He ran a 4.62, one of the fastest times of any tight end at this year's combine. You see there, he can go up and make the play with the balls in the air. His production dipped this past year. Went from 90 catches in 2010 to 50 catches this past season. Some blame it on the quarterback, the shift of offensive focus, that's fine. But he's got to become more consistently productive as a receiver. He's got to do a better job, I think, running routes and separating. Now, this is a good system for him. You've got Miami and new head coach Joe Philbin, who did a great job utilizing Michael Finley when he was healthy in Green Bay. You got a young quarterback coming in Ryan Tannehill. This is a good pick, but it's on Agnew to get bigger, stronger, and to master his craft, and he's going to be the player that the Dolphins need him to be for that young quarterback. So there's Miami's picks, and now, Coach?
Have now made their selection. Obviously, Ryan Tannehill started their draft process off, so let's see what they do to start day 3.
Miami, please announce your selection.
With the second pick of the 4th round, the Miami Dolphins select Lamar Miller, running back, University of Miami.
All right, Todd, there it is. You've got to change your board because the best available isn't there anymore.
No, he's been among the top 2 best available, really, for the last 30 picks. I like Lamar Miller a little bit more than other people. I know more than you know. I know he's coming off a shoulder injury. I know that he's not great in terms of pass protection, but he can catch the ball. He's explosive after the catch, and I think he's the most explosive runner in this year's draft. He's not Chris Johnson, but he's not that far away. You give him one cut and go, and you watch the Boston College tape, you see some of these highlights as well. He can accelerate and create big games. This is a player I think that provides some explosiveness that was missing in this offense at that position. Let me use some respect for what the Dolphins are doing too. Everybody listen, because there's an old way of thinking about NFL offensive football. The Dolphins are going to blow that up this year. They're going to try to take the true college model of giving 90 snaps of offense and bring it to the NFL. To do that, you need athletes that are fast, you need high stamina athletes, and look what they've done. They get the quarterback that's running this offense, Tannehill. They get the offensive tackle, who's a lean guy who plays with stamina, who can play this type of pace, and Martin from Stanford. But then you get Agnew, the tight end, and now Lamar Miller. It fits perfectly. There's a lot of people who don't think it's going to work. I personally believe it will. I think in 4 or 5 years, because you dictate terms. What the college game has done is says we're going to play full tilt in 6th gear all the time. You can't react. And we're not going to shift back to 3rd and play 4-minute offense and be conservative and try to shorten games like the NFL model's been so far. We're going to be pedal to the metal the whole time, and we're going to build our team that way.
And there are many teams that try to do it, but the ones who are best at it are fast and deep with fast guys. The Oregon Ducks, the Florida Gators, when they had Percy Harvin and all those great weapons. So I think this philosophy for that kind of scheme, perfect match.
One thing,
what they're doing in the draft.
Lamar Miller plays like he's about 5'10", 185. He's 5'11", 215. So this notion he's Reggie Bush, he's the kind of guy like that, kind of scat back. He can take the pounding. Question is, can he be multi-dimensional enough? There's a pure runner. I like him, Todd, and he's a big guy for a kid with game-breaking speed.
Well, clearly Miami believes in Miami. There have been 2 University of Miami players taken in this draft, and the Miami Dolphins have taken the boat. Short travel plans for Lamar Miller and Dean as well. We are off and running as we continue day 3 of the draft.
Who cares what they say? It's about what DP thinks.
I think it was a great pick. You got to be feeling excited about that. That's a heck of a trio of backs. You got Reggie Bush, you got Mr. Daniel Thomas, now Mr. Lamar Miller. Good times, ground pounding, South Beach style coming up.
That's DP.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that.
Record.
It's your chance to be heard.
BJ Cunningham.
He's a good receiver, bud. He has ability.
Where's he from? Michigan State?
And go to NFL.com/top100 to join the debate.
Sunday, a day after the draft ended, give the Dolphins an A grade. Tannehill, round 1. With the 42nd pick, the Dolphins took Jonathan Martin from Stanford. With the 72nd pick, they picked a Miami Hurricane, Olivier Vernon, defensive end. Then they went with a tight end, Michael Agnew, Missouri, 78th pick overall. With the 97th pick in the 4th round, many consider this a steal, Lamar Miller, a Miami Hurricane. With the 155th pick, Josh Cadeau, Oregon, outside linebacker. BJ Cunningham, Michigan State, 183rd pick. Keyston Randall, Texas, 215th pick. And their final draft pick was Rashard Matthews, Nevada wide receiver. Very excited to see these boys get going. Can't wait for preseason.